No man, I think them are good. I think them are good.
It surprised me when one day she said, "But you know what?" It's like she got a song lady, and then the lady show she with her
Mm-hmm.
with her yellow ginger.
Yeah.
The boy I tried that when we left fire, we had a big jack. You see, people had a jack.
Yeah.
40 pounds.
Sure.
Confishing, yeah.
Yeah.
The man said, "You for $3 a pound." So we buy 40 pounds. So $120. The man said, "What's the chop it up 15?" I tried to say I got to see something.
Yeah.
The whole stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's when she drop it in the meat like two.
Check. Yeah. Um, will do? For what? Uh-huh.
Even the ketchup, I can eat ketchup. Yeah, the only way I can eat that ketchup that when my wife make the sauce for the barbecue, like you say, you put sugar in there. I think so.
Check see if the man to get the check see if all on the get with yeah, because we're up. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Audio. Ooh. Uh, Look, I see a lot of spot yesterday when we went a hunting key, we see a right off of the tip here. Yeah. Nice spot. Nice spot. But on a day like this, we have to go to one of the lead deep channel them and like how we got calm today. If the wind stay down. Uh-huh. Go before the wind come up. Um um make a move this camera, bring it in a little closer, Patrick. Counting down now. It's 6:30, so Cliff, you have to call him. Hmm? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, Belize. Welcome to the third day of Reef Week for 2026. This is WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Thursday morning, the 12th of March, 2026. I'm Moose Hyde. Always my pleasure to be here with you, have health and strength to engage in this weekday morning tradition over a quarter century long now, moving into our 27th year of being the premier conversation on Creme Radio and on XTV, of course. On this Thursday morning, we are not in our studios, excuse me, within our high tech studio, extremely, you would say state of the art. It gets no better than this. We are in the Sapadilla Key Range at Nicholas Key. We've been here since the start of the week, shortened week, of course, but Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, this is the third morning. And the week conversation continues here. It's an annual thing that we do inside the WB. And we're very honored to be able to bring you the live broadcast all the way from the Sapadilla Key Range. And you can go to the map in case you've never heard or you have no idea where it is. The short answer, if you don't know, it is far. It is south, very south, deep south. And that's where we are doing tomorrow morning as well, once everything is works how it's supposed to work. We are, would I say, you have become, if you've been watching us any at all for the first two mornings, you know that we've had a lot of breeze, gale force winds. Well, Mother Nature has taken a break from us this morning it has dropped considerably. So, that means we have one or two our good friends flying around. So you pick your challenge. That's our challenge this morning, this Thursday morning. We want to welcome everybody who listen to Creme Radio, those watching us on XTV, those getting us on our apps, of course, and those on social media, Facebook, YouTube, and to the people who are lined with us via simulcast coverage. Let's make yourself at home, man. Yes, different studio, high tech. Yes, luxurious studio of Nicholas Key, but that's still the same conversation. And we hope to get you on board, all right? But before we do that, people, we've got your preliminaries. And you know how that works. We've got your morning weather forecast. And for that, we've got the National Meteorological Service forecast to Tariq Matthews. And then that's going to be followed by our morning news update. But for now, it is our weather forecast. Welcome back to the WB Wake Up Believes Morning Vibes for today, Thursday, the 12th of March. We now have your morning news, and in the news this morning, back in February 2025, the then Minister of Labor constituted the Essential Services Arbitration Tribunal for resolution of the impasse between stevedores and their employer, Port of Belize Limited, regarding negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement. The parties hit a roadblock regarding a salary adjustment, and the stevedores bargaining agent, the Christian Workers Union, requested that the government owned company disclose its financials. After a meeting of the ESAT on Wednesday, CWU President Leonora Flores reported that the case was dismissed after the stevedores negotiating team refused to sign a more stringent confidentiality agreement which was proposed by the ESAT panel. She said they were willing to sign the two-page document proposed in August 2025, but that was revised to 6 pages. We know that at the start of the arbitration, the CWU had complained that the ESAT's composition was unfair as it compromised the chairman, William A. Lindo, and 2 of the 5 members nominated by the minister. Over the weekend, news broke that 3 Belizeans were kidnapped across the border in Mexico and that their kidnappers were requesting a ransom of Belize $40,000 for their release. It was later discovered that it was a case of virtual kidnapping. The victims weren't kidnapped, but one of their WhatsApp accounts had been cloned and used to convince their relatives they had been kidnapped. Quintana Roo state authorities later confirmed the extortion attempt originated from a state-run juvenile detention center in northern Mexico. The victims, unharmed, reunited with their families, and Mexican authorities say no funds were transferred. Belize's ambassador to Mexico, Oscar Arnold, said such cases have occurred before and believes extortionists may capitalize on the fare due to recent cartel criminal activity. He advised Belizeans not to answer calls from unknown members. Ambassador Arnold said that there may exist an elaborate network aimed at collecting the phone numbers of Belizeans. In the last quarter of 2025, the United States went on the offensive against cartels and deployed military assets in the Southern Caribbean as part of Operation Southern Spear. After designating narco trafficking cartels as terrorist organizations, the United States began bombing targets in the Southern Caribbean Sea and later in the Eastern Pacific. At last week's America's Counter Cartel Conference held in Doral, Florida, U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth announced that the operation has had deterrent success. The commander of the Belize Defense Force, Brigadier General Anthony Velasquez, has reported that there has been relative calm at the South Stone, which he described as a flashpoint due to the Belize Guatemala border dispute. In September last year, there were several verbal confrontations involving elements of the militaries of both countries, and on one occasion, a vessel from the Guatemalan Armed Forces rammed a BDF vessel. And that ends our morning news update here inside the WB Waker Belize Morning Vibes for today, Thursday, the 12th of March, 2026. We are going to take ourselves a small break. You know how this thing works. You don't know how we got this thing set, right? We take only break after all of that warm up stuff, and then when we come back, we get down to the business of conversation, right? That's how the thing works. Weekday mornings on the regular, nothing changed. Even though we're there, we're there. Reef Week 2026. We'll be right back on Creme Radio and on XTV. Five, four, three, two, one. Welcome back. This is WB Wake Up Believe's Morning Vibes from Nicholas Key, the Sapatilla Key Range, way down south off the coast of Punta Gorda, about 30 miles going east, southeast, thereabouts, in the Gulf of Honduras, as it's called, from where we can see the mountain range of Honduras. It's a beautiful place on earth, undoubtedly. And it is so beautiful that, as we've said all week long, we have two countries trying to take it away from us at the World Court, the ICJ. And that's going on. In fact, there's going to be a significant judgment on a matter related to the Sapatilla Key Range at the ICJ coming up on the 19th of March. That is 1 week from now. This is WB Wake Up Believe's Morning Vibes. We're celebrating Reef Week under the theme For We Reef, For We Roots, connecting communities, empowering youth. And I've got to just acknowledge all the partners that make it possible, that support what we're doing here all week long. And first of all, I want to thank Kopali Distillery, an organic rum made right here in the rainforest of Toledo. And of course, you have to put a slash Will Mejia, who are making it possible for us to spend the week here in Nicholas Key. And got to say thank you to the Garbutt Marina for providing us with transportation from PG to Nicholas Key. And to all our collaborating sponsors and partners, let me take the time out here and put on my glasses so I don't miss anybody. Official sponsors are Belize Tax Services, Freetown Drugstore, Honorable Osman Martinez, Sol Belize, Toledo Teachers Credit Union Limited, Toledo Institute for Development and Environment, Tide, Garbutt's Marina, Kopali Rum. Our premier sponsors are BB Insurance, Ewarts Marina, Honorable Anthony Sylvester, Black in Marine Science, Press Office, Ministry of Health and Wellness, Central Bank of Belize, CG United, World Wildlife Fund, Wildlife Conservation Society, Belize Tourism Board, Seafront Inn, King Energy, UNO, Punta Gorda Town, National Fishermen Producers Cooperative Society Limited, Punta Gorda Town Council. Those are the sponsors or partners, we call them, who are making this possible with us. And so we give thanks. Today we have a full lineup of special guests. Primarily will be coming in virtually. We have one scheduled to actually come on the island, so that is great. And we're definitely looking forward to that experience for sure. We are going to be engaged in various conversations. Once we start to talk, we get into the whole Reef Week celebration and topics. We know how that goes. That doesn't mean there's not other stuff going on, and doesn't mean that we are barred from having conversations about those things. We are far from studios, but not far from reality. There's just a whole bunch of stuff taking place, both here and around the world. And we've been monitoring, of course, from day one, the issues that are happening in West Asia, the war that is presently raging between the United States, Israel, and Iran. And yesterday, things, of course, continue to escalate. But what we see being reported as we got up this morning and were able to get connected, because getting connected is a problem when you are off the grid, is that various components of global oil supply are being targeted, are being destroyed. Ships are now being targeted. Important waterways through which oil comes are being mined, putting in land mines, which means that there are explosives in the water. A ship encounters one of those, it's going to cause significant damage. And the indications for that are not good. We know that the oil price has been hovering, it went a little bit above $100. It's a little bit lower that right now. I think, despite efforts of some oil producers to up their supply, up their production, it has not prevented this, one of the economic nightmare options, taking place. And for countries like Belize, where the oil, the cost of energy is already a huge pain, whether you're a producer or you're just a commuter, we know that the price of moving around and the cost of energy is a painful experience. Going to the pump, even when the price drops, has not really been reflected in any kind of comfort, any kind of ease. We've been above the $12 mark for a long time. Almost, I think, from it went back up. Once it is we got out of COVID, we've been taking the full lick on that. And now we are going to be visited by, in a short while, it's just a matter of time. We know that once that goes up, we experience all manners increasing prices, the inflationary outcome of increasing energy costs. It's pain on top of pain on top of pain. We gotta call it what it is. But we have maintained for a long time, for years, that the cost at the pump, there are things that can be done. And there are parts of this price thing that we do not rate. We've had these conversations. We have broken down what the cost really is for a gallon of fuel at the pump, how much of it represents taxation. Some of it represents taxation on top of taxation, because some of it is a tax on top of duty. We have done the maths on that. And we have never felt, at no point in time, that the response to the pain at the pump has been satisfactorily being managed or handled, and there's not been the necessary adaptation and adjustments to make sure that production costs especially is not going to skyrocket. There are certain things that we can't stop. There are certain things we are not responsible for the war in West Asia. We can't change the fact that the war rages on. We cannot. But there are things you can do in your house where lessen pain. And we have not been willing to change that. We have not been willing to say there's going to be a cap on how much windfall taxation the government is willing to take when the price goes up. This is the most, in my view, the most important thing for the everyday person to understand. That when the price goes up, because the tax is a percentage of what it is the cost, when it goes up, taxation goes up. And it's as if though, well, literally, the government wins when the price go up. When the acquisition cost of oil goes up, it's a win. And that is, you say, well, the government, need money, but the nation's ability to produce and the cost of living reality of people is a greater priority. And so the government would not have been in a position where it would have been budgeting for revenues to increase because of a war in Iran. That's not how it works. But now you have a war in Iran, a war in West Asia, the Gulf, oil-producing states are on fire, really, literally. And it's like, oh, here comes additional revenues. Our view of it is that there should be a cap over which there is no added taxation by the government of Belize on the fuel pump. Oh, you know what? Acquisition costs can go up. Let the cost of the fuel represent only that increase in acquisition cost, but not an increase at the same time on the taxation on the fuel. We have argued this for, after, when it was broken down to us, once it was explained and we understood all the components of what we pay for energy, what we pay for a gallon of gas at the fuel pump, we have maintained this. Because, we did a whole, we got a school. We had people who are in the business of retailing fuel come and tell you, this is what the cost is. This is what it breaks down. This is how much we pay. This is how much of environmental tax. This is how much is stamp duty. This is how much is the GST. We've done the maths. And so when we went to school and we understood what it is, okay, well, then we see how this can be done. And well, we don't, administration in, administration out. It's like, no, we don't want to hear that. The Iran war should not be a blessing for government coffers. And don't tell me, well, the government coffers ultimately then is spent on the people of Belize. And a peril, a nightmare, a kind of tragic situation taking place elsewhere in the world should not create a jackpot winning for the government and pain for producers and commuters and consumers. That is a contradiction that the system should have been committed to deal with. And in our view, it has not. And yes, this is Reef Week, but we can see what's coming here. And it's, it's like you don't get it immediately, but there is pain coming on its way on top of pain. And again, governments have felt that they can get away by saying, well, we control out there. And nobody's saying you control out there. And it's very likely that a certain increase is unavoidable, but let that increase be just solely based on what the percentage is when it comes to the increase in acquisition costs. It shouldn't be also on top of that, the increased percentage of taxation that you're going to take home. That is my point. And that has never been confronted or never been disputed. They can't come and say nothing about that. They can't say that lie with the tail. They can't say that we didn't misunderstand where we pay. They can't say that because, as I tell you, on this issue, we gone to school. And so now when we face this terrible reality now where something beyond our control, we don't control that these people have decided they just want to start bomb one country, and then that country decide, well, we just want to bomb on the oil thing and bomb this and bomb on the boat and bomb and close down where our oil come from. And not only oil, you got container ship where they bring produce where they face increased costs. The only thing we come home to eat. And it's not like it's not as if though inflation no already got we pan for we backside already. Done the punch we down long time. We come out of COVID and face the pandemic price punishment. And now every time I turn, and this is not to say that I'm a human being. When you see images of war, you hear children get killed, civilians get killed, and you know that this is real. This is ugly. As a human being, I'm like, I don't want to see that. But we are unavoidably going to be a bit selfish. We have to worry about, okay, but what that mean for we? And what that mean for we, the licking. Like, and these bigger countries, then could go and they have all kind of ways they want to try soften the blow pan for them people. Because they have to do that. And if the lead increase what them people are facing for them country, then don't they bite up out for them leaders. Then they bite up, it's like we went a war and make have to pay more at the pump. And when they pay the pump, that half of what we paid at the pump. And then they ball about it. And then gonna war, I know we gonna no war. But we have a responsibility to make the adaptations and the adjustments to lessen the impact there. Not give me a handout, give me a policy where lessen the pain for me for make I could battle my way and make I could come through the struggle. Yeah, there's a storm coming. There's an economic firestorm coming. You know, reach we yet. But trust me, you want to hear it. Acquisition costs gone up and yeah. And we can't do nothing about it and that the way we do. No. There are things you can do. There are absolutely certain things that you can do to lessen the reality upon the people. And we stand on that. And so we went into Reef Week conversations after this. But I'm telling you, like I get up this morning and I check, we able to get in, you know, because we don't have access to the net unless we turn on the generator and then we able to could access and start to read. So just get up this morning and looking at how the war has escalated and what's happening now. And all I could say, I could just, sorry, I don't want to see suffering upon the Iranian people. I don't want to see suffering upon the Israeli people, upon the people in out there in the West. I don't want to see that. But the thing will jump out at me is, okay, you know where I'm happy now. We know where come next. And we don't need it already. So we have to have that stiff conversation here. We can't take the full amount of where the war in West Asia really mean for we. And we don't want to hear that. We can't do nothing about that. We will not accept that. In 2026. This is the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We will honor our sponsors at this point in time. And when we come back, we should be joined by a guest. So stick around. This is Reef Week, WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
Hey there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey.
Good meeting you virtually.
Yes, nice to meet you as well. Thanks so much for having me on this morning.
Absolutely. I'm glad you called in. So this is yeah, I needed to test this before we go on. So you hear me, I hear you, and that's everything is perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm just waiting for to get the signal from students that we can go back on, and then I will introduce you, and we'll have our 25 minutes of enjoyable compressed conversation.
All right. Okay. Let me sit down then. I was like, I wasn't sure how long it was, so let me change. All
All
right.
right. So you are in Placencia.
Yeah, I'm in Placencia.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
All
trying to
right.
get my.
So let me just oh shucks. Okay. So you said you're in Placencia.
Yeah, I'm in Placencia right now.
Okay. So from time to time you'll see me look away from you. It's because I'm looking into my camera, and then it makes it look more natural than me looking at you on my screen. Then I'm not engaging the listeners and viewers, right? So like
That's fine.
when I ask the questions, it's when I ask the questions, I don't know how it's looking to you. When I'm asking the questions, when I'm looking at my camera now, am I looking at you? Do you see me looking at you or
Yeah, it looks like you're looking at me. Uh-huh.
okay, okay, but I'm not.
Oh. Well, it looks like I couldn't tell. I
So when
really
I
couldn't
so when
tell.
I'm looking so when I'm looking at you, this is how it looks.
Oh, okay, I
Okay.
see.
But when I'm looking at my camera, then it looks like so I will look at my camera a lot, but I'm not really seeing you. So like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened is that out here we don't we are managing our fuel, and so the having the window for internet is very small. So I had to reach out to Sister Yaya yesterday evening because I somehow got her message when I was at another island, and then try to get you the link because I realized I realized that Zoom would not work, but the software that I'm using has this capacity to do a kind of a virtual link. So yeah.
Okay, we got it worked out. Well,
So
it looks good to
listen,
me. Yeah,
all of that technical stuff no matter. We on. We ready.
we are.
All right. All right, sister. Let's so how much minutes we have before so like I'm on a what happened is that my guest at 8 o'clock is going to I don't know if they're watching the program, so what I fear is that they might do their call in while I have you on, and that I'm trying to avoid that kind of. If it happens, I will just cut them off. Don't be bothered by it, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, so be a bit of traffic manager a little bit, sister. So 2 minutes, okay. So how long have you been in Belize?
About 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah, three.
Where you
Mm.
originally from? Where in the U.S.? Because I assume you're from the U.S.
Yes, I am originally from the U.S. Actually, South Carolina. So country
Okay.
girl. Yeah,
Ah, yes. A southerner. You remain in the south.
yes. So that's why it was easy for me to transition right on down here.
Got you. Got you. Got you. I my only experience in South Carolina was via train coming from New York to Miami.
Okay.
Via train we passed through, and the I was like, this is not a place I would want to end up late at night.
I would agree. Listen, even sometimes during the day.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the all I saw was a lot of the Confederate flags, and I was like, because the train. the train is on the back of town, I guess, going through, not going through like the urban spaces. So we're going through, yeah, you know these guys.
Oh yeah, I know. I know them for sure.
Yeah, yeah, like man, I wouldn't want any of this. Let's, we ready? Okay. So we're ready. We're ready to go. Let's rock and roll. Five, four, three, two, one. All right. Welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Reef Week 2026. Most High hosting from Nicholas Key, Zapadilla Key Range. We are, could we get quiet on the set, please? This is we are down in the south, and we are, we'll be here till tomorrow morning. And we are doing our first virtual guest, all linked via the south. We have for this first segment on this Wednesday morning our dear sister. This is my first time meeting her. It's virtual, but I've heard about her from Sister Yaya. From the Black in Marine Science organization, we have Sister Dr. Tiara Moore. Dr. Moore, it's great having you on. Reef Week. Tell us a quick give me a quick description of Black in Marine Science, what it is and what it does here in Belize.
Yes. So first, I just have to say, of course, thank you so much, brother, for hosting me this morning. So glad we could make it work. And yeah, it's Reef Week, y'all. We know that Belize has a huge, huge reef, and we want to protect it. And myself, I am actually a marine ecologist. So I have my PhD in marine science, and I study the ocean. And so, Black and Marine Science is a nonprofit organization that really aims to celebrate the current Black marine scientists that do exist. Although some people feel like there's not a lot of us in the field, there's a lot. But also to spread environmental awareness, tell people about what's going on in the ocean, what's happening with climate change. And then, of course, the last part of our mission is to inspire that next generation of scientific thought leaders, to really show the kids they can be what they can see if they see other people who look like them being scientists. And so here in Belize, we do a couple of different things. I'm sure we'll dive into that, but that was the quick pitch of how we are really trying to change the face of who people see as scientists.
Well, I told you that I told you we're having a compressed conversation. So everything really is going to be compressed. But this is your first time on WB. This is your first time on Reef Week with us. It's not going to be your last. I promise you that. We're going to make sure you get a bigger slot as we move forward. I want to thank you for the partnership with us in this effort for 2026 Reef Week for we roots, connecting communities and empowering youth. To and talk a little bit about yourself. You mentioned that you mentioned off air before we started that you're originally from the United States and the South Carolina. How did an African American woman, black woman from South Carolina, ending up becoming a PhD marine ecologist?
Yeah, that's a story. So the condensed version is I actually went to school, I knew I wanted to go to college. No one else in my family had, and that was what they sell us as the American dream. You got to go to college. And so I grew up watching the Cosby Show, and so I was like, okay, I'll go be a pediatrician. That was the only thing I really knew about. So I went to school for biology, and then I got there and I didn't really like it. I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? And so I started taking other electives because they have all these other courses you can take. And one of them was this tropical ecology course. And the only reason I signed up for it is because they had a Costa Rica spring break trip. So I was like, ooh, I'm about to go to Costa Rica. Let me let me sign up for this class. But then we got there and we were collecting water samples and we were doing experiments, and there were senior scientists who were teaching us. And I'm like, are y'all getting paid? Like, what is this job? And that's where I found out about marine science as a career, and they're marine biologists and ecologists and all this whole field. And I was like, say less. I'm going to go and do that. Like, that's what I'm going to go do. So I ended up going to, get my master's at Hampton University, which is a historically Black college university in the US, HBCU. Then I went again, continuing to travel to UCLA in Los Angeles, California, to get my PhD. And yeah, my whole goal was to be at the ocean, working at the beach and getting paid, and that's what I now do. That's what I now do.
Well, we have to thank your interest in having a good time in Costa Rica spring break for your career and your presence here, right? So, when when
Right.
when did you first come to Paradise, though? AKA
Okay,
Belize,
so
AKA Belize.
my first trip to Belize was actually to Placentia. It was my very first time, and I was here because of the reef. And actually, I was working on a grant, a National Science Foundation grant, and I was invited by a colleague, Dr. Maya Trotz, who does a lot of work here in Placentia, actually along in Belize through the Strong Coast Project. And so she invited me here, like, hey, come see this. And I come around, and I'm introduced to groups who are working on the ground. I meet one of the tour guides who captured my heart, captured my heart. Actually, it was now my wife, so I'll say that, Andrea. But not only did I meet her, I fell in love with, again, being right and so close with the ocean, seeing how important the reef is to not only this global marine science, but the local community. And that really was very intriguing and inspiring for me, especially for a woman who runs an organization called Black in Marine Science. I was surrounded by Blackness and marine science, with the ocean literally steps away from me. And so as I started really making decisions of where I wanted to be in my life, I'm like, this is the best place for me to do this work. And so I really just started coming around, getting involved here and there, but really just listening and learning and seeing what needed to happen.
No, I'm sure South Carolina has its beautiful places, and I'm sure it has a beautiful culture, and you've had good times and good memories from South Carolina. It just appears to me that it was not much of a contest between, though, whether to stay in South Carolina, or, you know what, let me hang right next door to this beautiful, gorgeous Belize Barrier Reef and its people and Placencia.
There was no competition. I mean, I was never staying in South Carolina. So once I graduated from college, I left. So I had already moved from South Carolina. It was the decision to leave America. The decision to say, hey, I can move. I can figure this out. I can figure out how to live and be safe and have a beautiful cultural experience and have an educational experience and contribute to marine science and all of that. So yeah, no competition. Y'all got me. Y'all got me.
Easy, easy, easy,
Easy,
easy, easy work, as they say, right? Easy work.
easy
Um,
word.
for Reef Week, what is there any special initiative that's a part of Black in Marine Sciences celebrating Reef Week 2026 that you would like to put to our listeners and viewers?
Yes, so I am very excited. As I mentioned, so Black and Marine Science is a global American based nonprofit. But recently, last year, we registered our BIMS Institute here in Belize. And so this is an official organization to allow us to continue to do our research, marine science, doing our scuba diving, doing our swim lessons for free for the youth. And so through this project, we really want to bring leadership and innovation initiatives. And so this week we're going to be talking about our Bloom to Business initiative. So this is actually a project where we are turning sargassum into sustainable products. So y'all all know about the sargassum
Wow.
situation. It is
Yes.
all around. It is around, and it actually does. It can impact the reef if we do plants. It can start to consume oxygen, will starts to decompose, and that can be bad water quality in general, as well as the coral reef. We all know sargassum because it gets to gets to the beach, it starts to decompose, it starts to smelling a little funky, everybody gets mad. and it's a scene. And so, what if we were able to collect that sargassum before it ever reaches the beach? So, go offshore, get it in our boats that we love, and then bring it to the lab, process it, and turn it into something else. And so, we are working on 6 different products. At Reef Fest this Friday, we are going to have one product that we are going to have for people to see and take home with them, and it's sargassum artwork. So we have actually taken the sargassum, washed it, pressed it, put it on very nice paper, and it is now an algal press that people can take home a piece of the ocean with them. And before y'all ask, no, it doesn't stink because we pressed it. Because we pressed it, and it looks really nice. I'm mad at myself I didn't have one right here to
Yeah,
show.
you should have. You should have. You should have.
I know I should have, like, fumble. I'll see if I can get one in the next 5 minutes. But
Or you can
but
send us a you can send us a photo and we'll be able to show it.
so yeah, so that is that. But again, outside of just the art, that's like again the first go to market product. But there is again potential for fertilizers, sand supplements, potentially hair fiber. So this is really exciting, innovative research that we can really include the whole Belizean community to be involved. And we have really been working with our local community here in St. Bite as well as Placentia, doing the collections, doing the processing, really getting them involved. I'm like, hey, y'all are entrepreneurs now. We are turning this Sargassum Bloom into a business so we can stimulate the economy, not always leading towards, but leading innovation. And so that's really the goal of Black and Marine Science and the
Uh,
BIMS Institute.
that song's really good. For those who might want to participate, for those who would want to find out more about Black and Marine Science, or maybe have you come make presentations to schools, to students around Belize. I'm assuming you're available for that. How do they make contact with you? How do they link and be a collaborative partner with Black and Marine Science?
Yeah, so our website is super easy. It's just www.bims.org. So bims.org. If you want to email me directly, I'll give you my direct email. It's literally just CEO@bims.org. So we try to make it very easy for you
Yeah.
to find us. If you get to the website, there's also a contact where you can just put an email there. We're on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, so you can find us there. Summers, actually partnering with a group, the summer camp that Sister Yaya runs, we also do our BIM swims program, and we are trying to expand that where we are able to teach all Belizean youth to swim free of charge to them. So again, if you are interested in bringing that program to your community, definitely reach out to us as
Tell
well
us a little bit
because we
about.
want
Tell us a little bit more
to.
about that program.
Yeah, so BIM Swims, let's talk about it. BIM Swims really was birthed out of me introducing myself as a marine scientist, and people say, "Oh, I didn't know y'all knew how to swim." And I was like, "Oh, wow." My word, like this is the stereotype, but also it is rooted in some truth. We have seen studies that I think Black youth are 5 times more likely to drown than any other. And so when you know that and you have that data, we have to do something about it. And so we started BIM Swims as a program to really just teach folks how to swim, teach them ocean safety, but then introduce them at an early age to the concepts of marine science. Because again, how are you ever going to know you can become a marine scientist if you can't swim and you never ever heard about it? So that's the goal of that week-long program. We bring folks here to Placentia. We literally take them to the ocean to the point that for we, because somebody's trying to take the point now because they try to claim they own the point. So let's drop that tidbit in. We teach our at the point. You don't own it, sis. Anyway, anyway, so we take them there. We take them there. We have our swim lessons. Get folks involved, like get them comfortable. We spend the first day just floating around. Some kids, are crying. They don't even want to get in because there is that fear. But by the end of it, they are literally doing black backflips. Last year, we actually had a sponsorship with Bullock Island where we were able to get a boat, take the kids to his island and then host a snorkel trip. So they learned how to swim throughout the week, then actually got to put on a mask, snorkel, and fins to see the coral reef and actually be a marine scientist for a day. So it's a real full immersive experience where we really try to take our youth to show them that, hey, you can do this, and you see marine scientists guiding you along.
Excellent, excellent. The, now let me ask you this, a personal side. So where have you experienced our amazing barrier reef, and what's your favorite place to experience it right now?
Oh, I mean, that's hard. I mean, I
Yeah,
love
I'm
to
not
dive.
here
I
to
mean,
ask. I'm not here to ask cupcake questions here, Doctor
I
Moore.
know that is a hard one because I mean I'm a scuba diver, as y'all probably know. I'm a scuba diver. I have absolutely love diving here in Belize. You know, we go out from Placencia a lot to the Key, to Silk Key, to Laughing Bird, to Pompeon. And I think the best thing I love about just diving here in general, even down in San Pedro, is you don't need a wetsuit. Like I think that is the key selling point. You can literally go out in just a nice, like little rash guard, some yoga pants. You don't even got to get no scuba gear for real. Put on some shorts, and you can have a really nice diving experience. And the reef is beautiful. There, of course, there's still some things where there's being restored, and but I've always had a great experience. So I would say honestly, I can't pick. Like all of my diving here has been really, really.
You've not answered my question, but that's okay.
I went around it. I named some places though. I named some key locations, but they were all great. I mean, it's because it's the deal. Like it's like the longer boat rides, you usually see a better, nicer. But then it's like I would prefer to get there quicker. So it's like, okay, we can deal with a silk or a laughing bird. Like it's fine.
As someone who's, you would say, who has chosen Belize to be their home rather than uh, the uh, the decision being made for you, being born here. What do you say to those who've either because they've not experienced it, and or because they might be indifferent to whatever happens to it? But what do you say, Reef Week? What do you say to them about the value and the importance and the opportunities and the responsibilities with that comes with having this reef as a part of our sovereign inheritance?
I I absolutely love this question because when people try to ask me, well, why is marine science important in general? I always say take a deep breath. Like if you are breathing right now, it's because of the ocean. It's because of the that are going on in the reef, in the water column, and it's producing literally more than 50% of the oxygen that we're breathing. And I think a lot of folks just don't have the basic like understanding of it's regulating the ecosystem that we're all involved in. So you want to keep it clean. You want to make sure you aren't going on trampling on it. You want to make sure that it's able because again, all of that is a part of a biological and ecological process that's keeping us all alive. So even if you don't know how to swim, even if you aren't a tour guide, even if you never want to see the reef, if you want to breathe, you should care. And that's it. Point blank, period, stop.
If you
Like,
if you love your breath.
if you love your breath, if you want to keep breathing, you should care about the ocean. You should care about reef. You should want to know, like, wow, why are all these folks here? Why do people come here? How do we have an economy based on tourism? Why are people here? It's because of that. But again, is why I really push to the innovation in education is it's keeping us breathing. So we should look to it for answers, for solution. Right now, the ocean is giving us abundance of sargassum. Our ancestors taught us never to waste nothing. So that means we shouldn't let it sit there and rot. We should go pick it up and figure out what they're trying to tell us to do with it. And I think that's what we need to see as our whole cultural shift in the community of saying, like, hey, something's up. Sending us some. These is resources. This is not a waste. And it's up to us to figure out the solutions. I think the folks in who get this blessing have a job to do. And we just
Great,
got
a
to
great,
realize it.
a great responsibility. Dr. Moore, I want to thank you. Short and sweet. We're going to get you back again, that's for sure. Have a great reef week. You said that you're going to be at the reef fair. I think the reef fair is going to be in Belize City. Where is the reef fair going to be? I think you might have frozen. Hello? Are you still with us?
Yeah, went out. Oh yeah, I'm still here. Went out for a little bit. Yes, but I will be in Refest in Belize City tomorrow. Memorial Park, 10 a.m. Pull up. Come see me and the whole crew. We got 15 folks coming from Same by Placencia. The whole Bloom to Business Sargasm processing team is pulling up to show y'all about our project. So definitely come out and meet us at the Reef Week Reef Fest.
All right. Dr. Tiara Moore from Black in Marine Science. We enjoyed this conversation a lot. Hope you have a great reef week.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to go back to studios for a break. And then when we come back, we have another guest lined up for you. All right. I think we're off. Thank you very much for that, Dr. Moore. And hopefully I get to see you soon and meet you in the real.
Yes, definitely. We'll have make it happen. All
All
right
right.
now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Mo. Hold on, where is my mic?
Yeah, I had my mic on mute. I had my mic on mute. Hello, hello. Are you hearing me now? Des, are you
I
hearing
am
me?
not seeing my microphone.
I am hearing you. I'm seeing
I'm
you.
not hearing you.
I don't know how you're not.
Hold on. Let
I
me
have
figure this
on.
out.
Yeah, I think it's on you.
Figure this
I think
out.
the problem is over there with you. Because my mic is on. All right, she's gone. Okay.
Hello, hello. Hold on.
Hello, hello, hello. Des, I don't know how you're not hearing me, but I assure you, I have my mic on. I can hear you. I hear all kind of music, all kind of thing ready to go on with you over there, Des. Please. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Are you hearing me?
Ah, yes.
Okay. Hi, Moss.
Des, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Desers!
Yes, I. Put out this next audio
Huh?
because I was no, I had on you on Facebook. I was listening on Facebook, so
Yeah.
I just had to mute it. I think I
Okay.
didn't have my volume on. That's why I couldn't hear you or hear myself.
Okay, good, good, good,
Hey
good,
boy,
good.
most man, I get the invitation late. You know what I mean? I did it in person. I don't like
Uh,
this. I don't like this.
no. You don't have to worry because you don't prove yourself with that already. So yeah, you got credit. You got credit.
Yeah. All right. Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good. Cause I
you got a
honestly,
bunch of your people there where no got no credit with me no more.
I prefer the out them man. Cause I tired of
Yeah.
being at the office. Seriously,
Yeah,
yeah. But
I know they try cut my style or be diva, but me no like hang on when people not really show me their fullness, you know. So me not
yeah,
play that.
you're not taking insult for invitation
Me
like
not
me.
play that. Me not play that. Me
Yeah,
touches bad days. Me touches.
I there with you.
Yeah.
I not
And
blame you
it
at
work
all.
better so. It work better so I just do my thing.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
Dr. Moore that was on with you just now, that
Yeah.
lady legit man. I like her vibes.
Yeah, she
Actually
powerful.
she did support one event where we plan to have this year with young people as well, with a plan to have one marine storytelling competition
Okay.
for the youths there, in the
Okay.
coastal communities,
All
to
right.
make them, come up with
So
solutions to issues that they have in the marine space.
so you want to
So our
represent
mention that.
you want to represent the planning committee as well as WCS. No, cause nobody from the planning committee not really reach out yet. So
Oh
yeah,
hell.
yeah,
Yeah, I could vote, no problem, but only have 30 minutes. That enough for you?
yeah. Because I have one guest at 8:30. Scheduled to have some of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I could just look on some of the activities what we have for Reef Week and then
Yeah.
touch one, leave it pan with WCS to do.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We just wait to come back from break and
Yeah,
yeah.
I listen to the radio. I know the radio they had at the online. So when we come on, I just not cut that off.
All right. All right. So where activities you got planned this year? What?
WCS or
You
the
know
Reef
what?
Week
You
committee.
realize that I realized that last year you committed to make we come from Glover's Reef. You realize that?
I remember, but a lot
Okay.
of things they go on right now with Glovers, but the invitation still stands. We just have to get some Lee financing together, because as you know,
You got one
even
year
we
for
get
work on that.
affected with the
You got one year for work on that, sister. We don't need much repair we there right now. We ain't got toilet.
no pound there. Sapavilla
We
Keys
there
per se
Nicholas, we there Nicholas. And I know they say that as the complaint. And they say that we don't need nothing fancy. We good.
no. Glovers are not fancy Glovers are
That
rustic.
that off the grid. That's what it says to you that we know they're not like we seek 5 star. We just
And you have
we
internet too, so you'll be fine.
once we got
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
we in a
Yeah,
tent,
I know, but I just
yeah, we be the well.
so
Real, real.
no, we have rustic facilities. So you have your bathroom and everything, but just that they're not a flushed one.
But I dey explain to her that that enough for you know how for the thing about nothing fancy when you think about we.
All right. I got you. I got you.
Yeah man, we come with a pillow, with sheet, with blanket. We stop play. Every now and then it kind of drop. I experienced that. She freeze right now, but yeah, I guess yeah, call back or
My bloody my computer they mess up this morning, so I joined from my phone.
okay, all right. Zoom out and leave it. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I just want to put it front of me. Yeah.
all right then.
That good?
Yes, man.
I don't want too much of my personal thing to show you. Let me
You don't
try.
want to show you. You don't want to show that powerhouse.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I mean to say that just some internal thing that we need to work out, but we got two and lead changes right now. So, but next year, hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
All right, all right.
Morning days.
Cliff say morning.
My name Cliff.
Aye, and you look out to
I'll be like you when I grow up.
aye.
The way that Sapodilla, I did a conservation yesterday, make 10 years, and I not gonna Sapodilla yet.
Beat you to it.
Yeah man. We everything work for we. The internet has been like we have had very little glitches or so. Give
That's
thanks.
good.
Knock pan wood, guy.
That's right. Knock me two
Cause, cause the
local up here.
one thing we I know we can't handle a rain.
Oh, they got no tent out there?
No, but we know. Yeah, we're not gonna like we have to go inside our house.
Oh, okay, okay.
If rain come in at the middle of we broadcast we bitch. Cause
Well,
we can't. It's hard for we pack up everything and run that way there. So it's
the rain will come when you're done Friday. After Friday, then the rain could come.
yeah. I know the big one fi come, but I just know that
No.
Belize. And the random
Yeah.
squall when we made that turn when we made that calabash key, we had on the rain show. Why brother Will, say less.
Sure, Will they out there?
Yeah, yeah.
What the man Will?
He just come. Desi say hello, come say hello to Des. Desi there.
Yeah, yeah. And Mr. Man interviewed me the other day about fire. I'm a dep PG News.
You made up on
Thank
PG.
PG News big. What big? Yeah. Oh, another
You,
first
you,
one.
you just reach.
Yeah.
You come on a boat there.
No. I think
You come on Blinky.
no. But one of them is good.
Oh, okay, okay.
That today, guys, he never look bad.
But out there nothing
Oh yeah, but
different.
the lick.
You ready? All right. We're now with Des and then you heard me say the contour, but I don't see him. I want to call and see if that's still the plan. You want to call on for me and see if that's still the plan? Can you say you reach out here? Yeah.
Inside kind of rough now, but that's fine.
Okay, okay. Check. Okay. There's what's going on. Five, four,
you.
three, two, one. All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibe, the Reef Week, 2026 most high all the way out we're all the way down south, deep south. Nicholas Key, Zapadilla Key Range in the Gulf of Honduras, really. And this is Creme Radio Next TV and Reef Week 2026. For we roots, connecting communities, empowering youth. We have a member of the planning committee as well as representing WCS. Musician from way back from long time. We call her Desers, but in the official world, she's Mrs. Desiree Arzu. Des, morning.
Yeah, yeah. I like when I come back from because especially when you there because you just make I feel like I could just keep on talking without stop. But anyway, I kind of vex, right? Why?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm a one today. But
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get the invitation, leave it too late. I don't know. Once you say you are there, one spot WCS and make sure you're there
That
because
is that
well,
that straight facts. When it comes to you, WCS, uno make the effort every year. So when you got credit, I understand it must have been legitimately too short and notice to reach out, yeah,
yeah,
but we're glad to see
yeah.
you still. So
Yeah. I dealt with you in spirit out there and I there in person right as I mean virtually right as so.
before we talk about WCS, tell me what we if we some of the activities where they go on, cause this you are the first person from for the planning committee that has been with us. So tell me a little bit about the thing.
Okay, so there has been a lot of activities going on since the start of the week. And many of those are online, and then we have some in-person events. So we've had different organizations who are part of the Reef Week committee doing outreach at schools specifically. We've had outreach at some of the Belize City schools as well as in the districts. We also have ongoing right now some trivia online. So I think Mar Alliance is having a trivia. No, they're having a photo competition actually. So, and then we have Oceana having a trivia online. We will start our trivia today. So we only have 2 days, today and tomorrow, where people will be able to participate online. And then I would mention two of the big events that we have this week. Outside of these two big events, we also have people who are doing cleanups over the country. And then three big events actually. So down south in your area, on Saturday, there will be a lionfish shootout competition.
Lionfish
Then
shootout?
yeah, I can't tell you like the details of it, but I could tell you that I think that Southern Environmental Association will be spearheading that activity, and it will include people or fishers or divers, whoever shooting, and it will go by the size. So from the smallest to the biggest, who will shoot the biggest lionfish and so forth. So that competition is on the 14th, which is the last day for Reef Week. And then also on the 14th, another big event that has already have, I think, 150 people registered for it is the Reef Run, which is being spearheaded by WWF and HRI, Health Reef for Healthy People, Healthy Reef Initiative. That's also on Saturday morning at 6 o'clock from the Memorial Park. So, like I said, that the registration don't close to that, but if you never register, you could still duck up, you could still show up, you might not get a t-shirt. And the other event would
I
be
depend upon you for make I get me t-shirt cause I not gonna on, but
I know going that the thing, I know going this year because I have main overwhelmed right now. I have to work the Dangriga
okay.
Saturday to Tuesday, so I won't be able to attend that. But
Okay.
yeah, and then the other event, the third one would be the Reef Fair, which I think Dr. Moore mentioned earlier. That would be on Friday at the Memorial Park in Belize City. And as you know, XTV, Creme, Amanda Lada part of the Reef Week committee, and you guys know that every year we got some way different for Reef Week. We don't make the decision this year that next year we are there at Corozal. So they give you 1 year notice. Corozal and be the spot. I know we've been in Corozal before, but that was about 3-4 years ago. So we're going back to Corozal next year for Reef Week. We came back to Belize City after so many years. So Reef Fair on Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Memorial Park. All these organizations and institutions, over 30, who are part of the Reef Week committee, will be there showcasing what they're doing to protect the Belize Barrier Reef. There will be interactive activities, there will be giveaways. WCS will be there, will be, showcasing what are some of the things that we have been doing to protect Belize's Barrier Reef. And you know, I could go straight into the theme with the focus plan this year, connecting communities, empowering youth. That's a big theme because that is exactly what WCS has been doing, right? We work a lot with communities, and the main marine communities that we work with are in the south and up north. We have Hopkins, Dangriga. We've been working with Placencia Fishers as well, St. Bite, and up north in Sarteneja. Those are where most of our fishers, or 3,000 or 2,700 registered fishers, are from in Sarteneja. So those are the communities where we work, and we've been doing a lot of like supplementary livelihoods activities. And for those who may not know, supplementary livelihood, they refer to some of the things that these fishers and their families can do to kind of supplement the fishing. Because as we all know, planting not eat like rice right now when it comes to fishing, right?
And fish not a
Fish,
bite like they used to.
yeah, yeah.
And conch not
Although
they like
some fishers although some fishers will tell you that they still catch fish, they know which part to go, they know what kind of bait to use. But the overall sentiment is that fish not that they like one time. You have to go further to catch fish. You have to use more resources, spend more money, spend more time, and then the catch when they bring it back, they're not the same like before. when you spend less time. So in order to address this type of thing, we to get real with people, we go into the communities, we talk with them, we chat with them, we consult with them, we ask them like, okay, so what are some of the things that you think can earn you money that you can do when you're not fishing to take the lead pressure off of the marine environment. So they are the ones who identify things like boat captain training, dive master training, tour guide training, sewing, like in the St. Bite communities and Sardinia, the ladies wanted to know how to sew so they can sew Nelly outfit and Garfuna outfit and thing in a St. Bite and Hopkins and then get sell the outfit and make some money on the side and so forth. So it's things like that that we've been doing. And those are things that people might say, oh, but doesn't really make sense. It does because it takes the pressure off the reef, and in that way, we they protect with the roots of the reef, right? The roots of the reef. Everybody know that the barrier reef. That the thing where most people when you talk about Belize, oh, we have the second largest barrier reef in the world. The first thing we holla, and so taking a little pressure off of the barrier reef, which is not just for pleasure, like one of the theme when we use one year, say, but it's also an economic we use it as an economic avenue and also for livelihoods. People make money off of it. People live off of that. So
You are
and then
okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, I go. You finish up, then I'm yeah.
If you left me out that for the whole show,
I
better
just
ask
want to
your
make sure. I
question.
must want get. I just want to check see whether or not you all will be doing the awards for Fisher Folk of the year and all that. When yeah.
Yeah, again, your indulgence modes. We have we on to talk about that. We have one committee actually right after.
Yeah, I think you might broke up and leave it there for me. There's just want to leave it. Maybe you could link back. We kind of lose you right there, my sister. So all right, Des, maybe all right. Let me get you back in there. Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay, sorry about that. I think Wins, please stop the text me when I pa XTV that Wins they message me or no.
Tell Wins
And I
he's off,
try,
man. That he need to
yeah,
interrupt me. No,
and I
you
try to
Willie
move
say
it, and I try
Wins.
to move it out of the way, make a go say and then the thing gone off. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, so Fisher Folk Month that in a June, and right after we're finished with this Reef Week, all the Reef Week activities, we're gonna jump into the planning for that. And so yeah, we're gonna hit you up to
Of course.
talk about Reef, to talk about Fisher Folk Month in June.
All
But
right, so yeah, go ahead.
I was saying that alongside that, we also WCS also monitors the NASA grouper. We know that for the past few years, the NASA grouper population has been on a decline, and so like right now, the NASA grouper it's closed season, so people can catch, land, buy, sell, eat NASA grouper right now from that start from the 1st of December to the end of March. And the reason is that, you need to give the species now a lead time for reproduce and get big and so forth. So during the spawning aggregation, that when the fish they mate, the spawning is the mating, and that's when they reproduce. So we don't want people to be catching Nassau grouper during that time, and it's critically endangered, which means that you continue the fish outside of the season or illegally, at some point we not have it again. So that's one of the other things that we do to help protect the barrier reef as well. We
Tell us.
did a training.
Oh,
I
go
tell
ahead.
you,
Go.
if I continue to talk, I just want to run the show and I'm
I,
was just today
I don't
when
got a problem. I don't got no problem with that, sister. I good with that. I just got me eating where I want to water you. I
yeah,
know that manage the Glovers, gonna presence the Glovers at all.
yes. So, WCS owns Middle Key, where we have the Marine Research Station, Glover's Reef Marine Research Station. It's a facility. It's a rustic facility. It could hold up to 25 people. You have like bunks and they're not no resort. They're not no 5-star. You have a compost toilet there. everything that like sustainable because it's a protected. It's the area is protected, so you can't have no large building or facility there.
Small
But yeah, we
footprint.
have. Yeah, and we will keep the invitation to XTV, to you Moors and the team. We wanted to do it this year, but like I had mentioned to you off air, we have some internal stuff that we are clearing up, and then hopefully next year we could have you guys there for Reef Week. Well, actually, no, I don't know. Next year we're going to Cruiser, but anyway, there is.
Listen, we
I
go,
forgot to.
we go, we go where we go, you know.
Okay, you go where you want. All right, sure. So, but I was
Uh,
going to say that there is a plan to invite the media, but we could make it special if you want to go by yourself. We could work that out too. To Glover's Reef, to see what's there, to spread the word about what the facility is all about. But yeah, so we have this marine research station. We have a dry lab, a wet lab where scientists, students can go do their research. But it's also somewhere where you can take a day trip and go on the Beck Trail. The Beck Trail has a lot of, fauna and flora that you can see. Well, flora. The fauna is more on the marine side that you can see things
mhm.
that you may not have seen before. And then we have like and I think over 600 or more corals, coral in the coral patches area there. You could actually stand up on the island and see the barrier reef right there, the wash. You could actually walk out to it, but we don't promote walking out because want to destroy the corals. But yeah, it's a facility where when you get there now, that like you're there somewhere different. You're not even miss the mainland. It's so serene. It's quiet. You're breathing fresh air. I heard Dr. Moore talking earlier about, when you think about the sea and Barrier Reef, you just take a deep breath because it provides so much oxygen to us and we take it for granted. We're in a blessed country, We're in a blessed country.
That
You could just,
that part right there.
yeah,
That
yeah.
part
You
right
just
there.
we could just pick up. We have so many areas. Look, you there way down the Sapodilla right now. I'm gonna tell you, I there in a conservation for 10 years and never reached Sapodilla yet, yo. Even Pacliff, you're there. You're gone there before me. So, we have so many places
He envy
that
you,
we can
Pacliff.
go.
He envy you.
I'm jealous, I'm jealous. Yeah, but and then one more thing I wanted to mention, actually two more things. So we had a training last year, the beginning of last year, I think, or it was a year before, for what we call reef brigade. So we trained folks to be able to go out like after a natural disaster. Like we get affected by hurricanes every year. So like if we ever have a hurricane hit us, these people are trained to go out to the reef and make assessment, and they have been trained, they have insurance and so forth to sort of make an assessment and get back and say, this is what happened, this is how much damage has occurred and so forth. So those type of things WCS has been doing. And it's not just about this one week, it's about continuous effort, because as you have to keep doing something in order to get good at it. The reef right now is not in a good position. It's a lot going on, especially things that we cannot control: global warming, the sea to get warmer, the corals to get destroyed. The species are going elsewhere because of these warm waters. A lot going on. So if we as individuals could just do for we part, small part, and I always use simple things like disposal of garbage can do a lot to help protect the reef, because especially people think that because you live inland that you know have no part in a protection of the reef. But simple things like garbage disposal properly, especially plastic disposal, because if it rain or if the breeze blow too hard, these things end up traversing the tributaries, the rivers, and then end up right in the sea. And one turtle or marine species cannot tell the difference between one piece of plastic and food. So what you think can happen? They will eat it, and then they end up dying if they are not rescued. So every little thing what you do could protect the barrier reef in your own way, you know. And it's not just those who benefit directly from the barrier reef that need to do their part, but those of us who benefit indirectly. So we might not be fisherman or tour guide or so forth. We earn our money from it, but we that the one we eat the fish, we that the one we eat the conch, we that the one we eat the lobster. And imagine we don't have no lobster season. Imagine no conch ceviche, you
No
know.
can, no can
Imagine
wait. No, no talk me and talking there.
imagine no hudut. Come on,
You
come
gone
on.
too, you
So
gone,
think
you
about it.
gone way too far. You
So
gone too
yeah,
far
yeah,
with
it's
your
a
very
it's a
unpleasant hypotheticals. You don't have to. You don't have to go way there.
yeah, but you know, it just
You could have me stay right the panades or something like that. No, you want to go all the way that who might not there.
I have
You
to
got
remind myself too because I like all and anything that except for the lobster. I don't really check for lobster no more, but kong ceviche and
uh-huh.
the hodot. Oh
Uh-huh.
man, I could eat hodot almost every week. Although I know it's unhealthy, but that's just how much I love it.
We're not more no unhealthy. We're that organic, natural, no
Well,
process, no
at the top of
process.
the yeah, at the top of the coconut milk part.
No processed foods involved once you know to use coconut milk for a store. So will
But still, I
no
mean,
processed foods were involved in making this meal.
listen
Huh?
to me. Even if it's natural, too much of one thing good for nothing. Remember that you can't have too much of one thing or else.
There is no such thing as too much of me. So that's
Yeah,
us.
but
Beef
it,
week
it's
2026.
for we roots, connecting communities, empowering youth. And then the next part of it that I wanna for the last part, because I know we're running out of time,
Yeah.
is that we want to get the kids involved. So I was mentioning to you earlier, we have been partnering with other organizations because as you know, unity is strength. So BIMS, which is the Black in Marine Science, you just heard from Dr. Moore, we were able to touch base with them, network, and then out of that networking, they are now supporting us with an initiative that we want to have for the young people, the youth of the coastal communities with which we work, Hopkins, Langria, and Sarteneja, those three communities specifically, where we want to have a marine storytelling competition similar to the terrestrial one that we had a couple years ago, where we invited students to, you know, identify some of the challenges that are happening within these marine spaces, and then go further by also choosing what are some of the solutions that can come out of that. And you'll be surprised to know that these students, they are very creative. They have a lot of ideas, and sometimes, you know, as adults, we overlook them, but they have a lot of ideas that can actually work. So this is one way that we're also involving and empowering the youth, as the theme says, that they can be part of the solution on the issues that we're facing in our marine environment.
There's WCS representing, as always, on Reef Week coverage, WB style, Creator XTV. I want to thank you very much. Make sure that this not happen again next year, though. Wherever we're there, we need you there. Yeah.
No man, I want make sure. I want make sure. Just give me advance notice, cause you know we have to put it in at the budget and thing, and make sure we're there because
Well,
we want the day. We
one
want
of the
the day.
things that happen is that we could not really confirm until we actually may do a test to make sure that the technology may work.
Okay.
And so we had to, yeah, tie up their loose ends. They're pretty late, but
Yeah.
hopefully next year we're in Glovers. That would be fantastic. Looking forward to
Yeah.
that if that happens. All right.
Yeah.
Once we got light.
All right. Thank you, Mose. Have a good morning, everybody. Have a blessed day. All on the listeners and viewers. Pacliff, big up. Hey, Will, big up yourself.
All right. That's where we are, Zoo. We are going to go back to the studios and come. When they come back, we got E-Word, God, but the man come by one boat, the show itself, the stay at the boat with the foot. But this man here, so me got the camera turn on for all of that, bro. Boy, I tell you. All of that I say and I never got on my mic. That because of excitement, you know.
I
That
love it.
because of excitement. But anyway, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. My mic never there, and my fault, but everything to work. We're there in the most expensive studio known to man. Nicholas Key, Sapatella Key Range, courtesy of Kopala Distillery and my bonafide Wilmer here. Yeah, PGTV, territorial volunteer, all of them thing there, and sometime one good fisherman. Sometime. But we have a fisherman where I know sometime, he know all the time. And usually he come for we yard, but this time we are for hins. They are your grongs. Happy for you up on the show, my brother.
Man, first and foremost, Mose Will, the whole creme crew watch out, Mr. Cliff. Oh no, I wish me Pammy there, Lester Garbat, this significant, never been done. It bring me goosebumps. I don't like say the name because I don't have to get back to on track, but welcome to my home. This is where I manufacture, right over at Hunting Key.
That day you make?
Yes, man, I right there, born out the placenta, right there, manufacture, I come right back, grow up, and I've seen this.
You don't want Sapadilla youth.
Definitely. I've seen it. I don't like downplay it, but a good for historic value for me we say. I've seen this one in the bloom. You know what I mean? When the bloom is still great for say compared to others. But what I've seen here, experience and live here, Mose, the unreal.
Well, you had an amazing childhood. If this is the way you
this side to tell you more, just say right where we there. If we want to go just historic leave it, we got a dog when near Sheba. When the helicopter come and the British soldier would stay right over the hunting. When the school of Jack come in the bait ball. I mean bait ball 100 foot wide or 100 yards wide. Jack the flip, Yellowtail the flip, Sheba they come with the fish, you they go with your fish. You don't need no fishing line. You know, they right some and that's how
Sheba get it.
Up. Then that night time I go out with just a pine stick with the wrap with some cloth, walk the reef, catch all the lobster you want. Man no want to swim, you want to swim with them big shark with in the water. What we do now, when they clean their barracuda, we hit one of the biggest hook with a piece of rope. Just like jazz, we live that. Throw out one line tighten, you go play guitar, pan a rope there when they go. Bust that and go. The days where we have seen them was real. They sound no place, so you don't really always celebrate when you lose, like when you know where you had. But trust me, I've been privileged to travel around the world too, and we still left on top. So I've been blessed, man, and so when I recognize it, even more.
Well,
so.
I feel overjoyed because I don't really get into your background like that before, right? I never know that. I knew that from the south. I more see you as more lean towards Monkey River, right?
Punta Negra, that's where my roots really.
Punta Negra,
and then Placencia Band, but manufacturer Hunting Key.
All right.
Come right back and finish up there.
Right. This is your university.
This right, it can't get better. This man, a real deal. It can't get better. The only thing where we could do that better as a country, no. I don't want to jump in with the celebrate.
You jump in, man. I know you know.
Straight
I don't bring you here.
Good.
I don't bring you here for don't know.
For me, that is we're on Reef Week, right?
Yeah.
For we Reef. That what are the thing, right? Belize Reef.
For we roots. Connecting communities. Empowering youth.
110%. We can't say it better than that. But for me, this is the deal. We're talking about the ICJ, etc. Guys, this real. I think we don't, I don't wait for ICJ result because one option there for me that win. Because I don't win from before that. I think 81 we may get independent.
Yeah.
You don't get your yard fence.
Yeah.
You don't get your yard fence.
Yeah.
You're the key.
Yeah.
Now that who you let in, we're part of my issue there.
Yeah.
Now we got the key for this. Literally for this era. Now chain on 9 Island here so that we still have immigration customs. Think about this part. As a proud entrepreneur and Belizean, BTB, all the hoops we have to go through. We have people where they work and they point finger upon who Mr. Belize where they try your thing right now, where they try work on and leave a couple things to make we get this thing done. But picture if this makes sense, Moses, as an entrepreneur. You have to get your insurance. You're a tour guide already, you got to renew that every year. You're talking about tour operator, your taxes. Imagine unfair competition for the next side. It's almost as if we immigration and custom, they facilitate illegal activity. By stamping your passport, see you come in on a boat for 20 people, one captain and a so-called guide, without any Belize document. That Belize the ratio simple, 8-1. You must have a valid tour guide license, operated and a valid tour operator. We are licensed there. But all we settle with the lead entrance fee. Remember that we got a key for this for 81. I don't know if I'm wrong, but after the ruling for whatever, we don't have no choice but win. Maybe ICJ want to send some integrity in an envelope or send people and say, wow, well, no one to start regulate, no one start treat Guatemalan as equal. Only as equal because they're above we right now. They are above. They could come in on my water right here. No license, no nothing. Most of talk about what will last, man. You got people where the snorkel have no idea. Never come walk top of the reef. Pick up, we got Bungie Reef down there, the seal key, where part of the hook come. This guy Edwin Spross from Guatemala City. Come on, I bring up to 100 people plus over Easter. Everyone and a person, Mr. Cliff, carry 1, 2, 3 conchs. You know how much conchs left from your grand picnic now? Times 0 by anything, so we'll get in that year already. So we have one struggle now with the triad. They were tied there with everybody, but it's good for the historic value as where we're there to where we're there. To make we understand it. These places were so rich. Most right there and Nicholas Kidos be my camping ground. Me, my brother Oliver Scully, Dennis, we come and we go, we bucket to the bread, etc. We go out and we dive from Yasso to Franski. 60 pounds a tail and nothing. Now they got guys, this are reserve. I know people who try broke the rules and go in there. Maybe they get 6 if they're lucky for a really good day. So just sit, they have guys that dive the night modes. They have people where they dive here, the Rangers. I love the interview yesterday with the science guys.
Yeah.
I give the upside. We got more turtle than when I grew up. We protect it. That the Guatemalan different people can't show we how to use turtle, net and gill, net and bam bam. But they protect it, it come back. We got more than when I'm a picnic. The grouppers then start to, then they try doing a little thing in a certain specific era. But overall, said and done, I don't see any dream yet. They make any dream for my Belizean. They bring Medfly to these islands. They castaway. We got to start employ people instead of displace our entrepreneur. You can't believe that we got a fence. Now wait for I see that we got a key for this beautiful thing when it calls the Sap Keys Marine Reserve. Make the guys be equal to women. That's all they ask now. No chat. I know they ask you for tell them they need 2 tour guide to 8 to 8. Yes, the same ratio where we do. Treat them as equal.
Cross the board.
Cross the board, man. Lord, that just you think that unfair, Amos? In your own yard, then I get it by. Why you just watch by? Most of I grew up commercial fishing. I left this era, Amos. I gone into tourism. Who replaced my spot, Scully spot, Oliver, Dennis, Allen boy, and so my Uncle Vic, and so you know who replaced them? The people that were manufactured at Guatemala. And the brain set, I welcome, like North America man from over there where they chase people back. But we haven't Belizeanized these people. We haven't teach them that. You come over here because the grass greener. Be responsible, not to dig out the turtle leg. I'll give you a simple example. Right between here, so where Nicolaski and Franski, they have a seaweed farm. My family, they in this thing in a 61 when I take on, he mess it up and bam, bam, bam. Any which ways, we does always get to leave 10 pounds of seaweed carrot from a mashi do really hustling. I do that for another boy till I left here for half a commercial fishing 98, 99. They have this one guy, everybody where they listen, I know they are, when no down south, they have one man from over the border come. Mr. Cliff, within 5 yards, I said 3, seaweed now. Not even one left there. The man, watch out, worse than the works on Gramac zone or round up. If you throw round up right up on this grass, some are still survive. Then guy root out that seaweed farm to nothing left. So that night when we talk about, I always said too much is given, much is expected. The Coast Guard, I believe, have the autonomy for anything inside of this beautiful marine reserve called the Zapadillo Keys to enforce.
You never,
yes, and then the tribe, I had to tell you this, that night, it's unreal how much time we see people that dive with light and do their thing, but the upside, that reef week, that time for celebrate.
No man, hold up man, no. Stop say that thing. Stop say that thing. You go on as if though we got you on any kind of issue. You know, come, put governor upon people, you know. Okay. So no governor upon you. When we say he work the con, you know what we say? Fire the con. Fire the con. So listen, listen. You're not happy with what they say about the Crown Reef thing.
Crown Reef not a joke, man. You can't politely say, boy, you already happen. It inconvenient me, so I just going home back but chill and, take it easy, because boy been the fishing that. Guys, integrity And when it comes to people to hold on demands, all you have to do is stay your grounds, man. We don't ask to shoot after nobody. You meet one young man with me there, I'm a nephew. That man stop me ranger, he get shot at. We get different thing. Out here no cold, hot. This not it. Out here, I don't know play them boy. Watch her. My oldest brother Dennis. He know me a ranger. And shoot up the house where him there. Then boy, I don't play this. We could pretend like this that. This all glitz and gland. They're not like that. So I say that we don't have to wait for the ICJ. We don't have to wait for say that the inconvenience for go to Corona Reef. We got to hold with ground. Hold with ground. No demanding way that for we must. Why didn't you wait 81 independent?
You can't just completely step back.
Never.
And say, by the time you go back there, not no one there.
And to me, what the worst thing is, all I even want to say with Tide, because I said this, I have to give the props what I drew. I think a lot of the younger guys, they just feel weird and they get in and they try their heart out. Give the young man praises. But you ever question why some of the guys, like the guy come away for I gone up that Timash. Boy, we gone up there about an hour drive, full speed up on river. I applaud that young man to come out and say this. But you know why you know got Rangers where they dive here from the glory days where they talk about? The salary moves. Nobody can work for them play thing there when they could do better. You feel what I say? Nobody can work for it, but sometimes the truth no need to be heard, it seems like, or people afraid to say it. You know what happened? The only way we can fix this is if all are we, and we need to do better as well. Because I know, like I said this, sometimes you go and you'll say, boy, so and so they dive. Certain man come to me, you can always get report. Boy, I'm going to report, you know what the man they tell the people, that me telling so and so, so I have to go and check for it. You know, this is in the past. I think this new group really regroup, and with for we eyes pan, I think the future look bright. And I applaud you for bring this out here, but for me as well, when we talk about bringing Belize, and I come listen to the beginning. I think for sure that you have rights to this era. What we have to first do to regulate who come here, how they come here. You feel me? Think about the environmental hazard. If you have 300 people on an island, what the bathroom facilities not there. Government could invest in it and hunting Kira for we. You feel what I say? So yes, we got a UB building where I love that you bring out that point there. But we got over almost 200 plus people come for Easter. We try to encourage around 200 Belizean. We probably got a facility. So while we're getting ready, and trust me, Belizean, I want to come and enjoy it. But I want to do it in a sustainable manner. I want to do it and we don't have to show no who had done the rights whole lot to this, that 81. 1981, that for we the Guatemalan, they have to come and stamp their passport. Stop getting by where they don't have no license guide, no restriction, no nothing. And you want to say right away how that game play was. That we need for sure that for we. When, if you know, you could tell me something where you don't believe was. You can't sell me where you don't believe in. We don't believe this for we. And when I say that, I'm not
But
speaking in lot of people.
That deep.
Lot of people don't believe. I wait for I see it. I who? For what? And I tell you again, I repeat
powerful
it.
statement. You
And I repeat it again. When we run and we come with the envelope, they want to send integrity in there and I want to send some Lehman when we open it here. They want to start regulate what needs to be done.
Brother. You give me cold seed. You give me cold seed. Janu, you give me cold seed.
But I like you most too much of me. Make me hear how the vibes feel.
You crazy, You think we freak that for make me preach, brother? We freak that for make you preach. And like son of the soil, right? You're right. I come here and I say the UB building. And we did a story and respect. We put it to UB like where they go on here because we don't like see the state of it. They say they don't abandon the building, they say they regroup and then they replan and they go a new development plan for it and so. But here's my question. How you not get stuff to begin with? Because here where they go on, brother. When you go on when you're a youth and we in our foolishness to go and we spend, I don't know about you, because you're a fisherman, but either from city. We get caught up in the folly that we buy one new tennis that we ratings. So when you hear you get one new Jordan man, you got man where walk on with the toothbrush, you know. And 1 league grain a sand drop on that, brother, you the brush that off, you know, brother. Because now you know that valuable. You hear say you man get hurt to stand up on your tennis, you know. Because you put the importance and the value into it, how you treat it. So My concern is we should have never ever reach a point where part. Yes, we might have to go to a plan B, or we got a new thing where we can do with it, or we do changes. But when you have something, and I will give me the background that this thing here was he worked on the financing for we got this, brother. UB has properties all over the country, yes. Got a mega facility in Belmopan, yes. I don't know any part of their assets, and then got Calabash. That's valuable too. But you got one facility for hunting key, that forget toothbrush, and map down, and one time when the board show and the sign get replaced, shine and polish, varnish with a varnish, because you can think of 1,000 ways that can bring value to you as a university and one nation. And there's no way I could feel comfortable with an excuse to make that place reach that level of disrepair. It hurt me when I see it.
I love when you give the example about the tennis shoe, and to respect those guys, that's how they see wealth. But I get for me, and for majority of we will grow up here, it's the exact thing why you always fight for Wilbur Flat.
Yeah.
Because if you stand up on my Wilbur Flat, when you stand up on my Belize Barrier Reef,
it hurt you.
With the inner trouble, man. I don't have trouble, man, with the inner, because that's what we grew up with.
Right.
But I want to go to something where I sit in a lot of meeting, and everything I hear about collaboration, I think to UB, advantage I'll give. We lack a coordination for the government entities. When it comes to that building, just a simple example.
Right.
Then guys come over, my man, and don't need tour guide, because somehow they hook up the Livingston, they advertise, they have the best advertisement. People from where China and all over come from through Guatemala, for corner Belize. Remember,
enjoy this.
The only thing where we take there, that the risk of responsibility if they die here, then dead in a Belize, that then we own the land. So if the dog shit in your yard, sorry if I say it.
That you have to clean it.
You got to clean it.
Gotcha.
So it's simple as that. Now they ask this, UB building. We simple easy now. If we are a building and we have the regulation, where, oh guys, Easter, why we are need about will 25 tour guide, 20 tour guide, don't come out. And you know what happen? Then coral now they get step on. You know what happen? Lobster season closed right now. For Belizean. You know? That for Belize, right under this beautiful reef, right? Well, all the cabin cruiser, I want to bring up that one, not for divert. All the cabin cruiser was parked right here. And we have ministers right now that talk about open our port and bring them pretty thing. Most maybe I wrong, but if I like drink and you open whiskey and I want to get the smell, I love me, I just straight my bag, but I know they feel it. Not come open now because the glips and glands there and give it down in the south.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it straight up and I want a listener here. Those things have contaminated and kill everything from down here. They move, they gonna move on that. And what they do? They bring us say, they bring the med fly. Most them people bring from the nicest steak with me and you watch it and you bite it, you gotta bite it with your gum, you eat that. The highest shelf of whiskey, all the fruits, the vegetable, and left the med fly, yeah. And we see this as somehow great success. Now one tour guide make life. So go back to the UBA show. Start regulate the law, Belize, I know they ask you for nothing new. I know they ask you for ICJ. I know they ask you for no G, no, not just do your job. Your job that need to be done. That all of this. And with that I don't know, you be no got the autonomy, really and truly, when it comes to say that you need a tour guide, you need, but remember I say, I think the Coast Guard have the rights to at least register these things that we say some boat, we say one immigration guy stamp on passport.
Is there a BTB office in
What
this?
is crazy about this, BTB used to be the person collecting the fee, blame the body up the Belize City. One man collect the tax and bam, 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 but the same thing we do. All we do, we collect the entrance fee and left your figure. I tell you the people they win.
But there are laws to be enforced.
Yeah, no laws. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing more. This real is as clear as daylight. The black and white, clear as daylight.
Call. WB, morning.
Good morning, top of the morning.
Yes, I.
Mose, you hear me okay?
Yeah, with the area, man.
Well, I know you have that natural mystic in the air with that Caribbean Sea blowing, and I had to call you and commend you because you seem very rustic and you seem to be in your element because you're on the island. You're in your perfect place. Too bad you cannot do that more often. Work remotely like you are for Reef Week. But seeing the background and the backdrop, makes us Belams, a little jealous, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, you alone come back home to enjoy it, but so we know that not last long. You are there before time. So
well, working on it for the Easter holidays.
All right.
Easter is a little early this year. So am I live on the air?
You're live on the air.
Okay. I love your backdrop. The backdrop is crystal white with the sandy beaches, and the guests that you have had on the show has been very, very informative yesterday and today. Every now and then I catch a little rice bun. It's kind of difficult because due to priorities, here at work.
Yeah.
But I like your backdrop, and tell Pat Cliff and the whole crew, Anthony Grant, everybody, the whole Zinc crew, keep on doing a good job, and you guys make it happen where you work remotely from different parts of the country.
Right.
Us Belizeans, we appreciate the backdrop and the vibes. Anyway,
respect.
Keep on enjoying, and make sure you don't shave until you come back on the UB Monday back in the city. So keep the rustic.
Yeah, respect.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, man. It's big win, so the ATL. There's so much things that I want to cover, brother. But I know that with upon time limitation, in fact, that done after 9, and I will have to, unfortunately, in a short time, close off E-Work. But just kind of like to go back on the last time you were on the show, you were kind of engaging on the resilient goal. You're going to update for whip on that before we...
Great question. Just yesterday, man, I had the privilege of sitting to a real nice meeting with Coastal Zone. We got fisheries, we got people from the Lands Department, DOE, the whole 9 yards. We come up with this work group called the Flat Fishing Working Group. What we're asking for that make all the sense is protecting it from the threat from the beginning. Remember we talk about like the flats, we talk about we're asking 3 things we're demanding. For the flats from north to south, from San Pedro all the way down to Barranco. Protect it from dredging, mangrove deforestation or degradation. We're talking about jet skis and over the water structure. Point blank, habitat protection. What is that though? Even the commerce, this is not just a sport fishing thing. If you don't take care of thing when they're in a juvenile state, if you don't take care of it from the onset and say start on right foot, if you don't have a place to grow up, you want to worry about the one that we're done there on the way out. Pretend you're worried about the one that we're there on the way out. So they receive us well. We're having another meeting next Wednesday, and true consultation should start happening again by April. But right now we're there on. I have to big up Miss Bev, CEO, and the whole crew, whoever we're willing, because we don't know they. When we make nice, that lobby, when they could call it nice, we call it lobbying. Something, and I applaud the opportunity for their kind of venue like this. That's something could hear with more. That's someone Lee boy look like me, where that boy that Lee boy, they just get invited. That's how we get a seat around the table. So I applaud the CEO, the crew, and everybody, but the resilient bowl Belize is finally taking shape to the definition. Instead of just taking away from the resilient bowl people, now we flip it whereby it could benefit the resilient bowl people, I believe. So the update for now, nothing written yet, but first meeting yesterday, we look good moving forward, most definitely look good moving forward. And I want to say this morning, like, I bring home my guests with other SAPs for people who don't know, one of the top-notch fly fishing destinations. You see that Paulinia from Placentia?
Yeah.
This morning, so privileged guy, the guy, it just a start. So as we walk out, it's about 2 tarpon, boom, it lose them. But as we come out here, we stop over there, pick up 2 bone fish, and now I got my nephew to walk around the island. And when you talk about world-class fly fishing, you're there on it, right here. Not to go far, you're there right here. Everything there, permit, tarpon. When I say go back to the tarpon, back in the days, when the glory days, we don't have the tarpon. Now it's very rare.
but permit and bone fish. This are the capital.
Got
So
you.
we are do whatever.
They're still there.
They're still there, and I don't believe that just believe that we own this. I know we own this. And only way I could convince her if I had to tell her that believe her that we own this. This I know we're not wait for ICJ. ICJ, we hope when we bring that envelope with the integrity and the Lehman in there, we hope Guatemala step down, but then say anything want to fix some problem, start with self. Make we start believe that we own this and know and act like we own it. Then find out we're good to go.
Ewart Garbutt, champion of resources, champion of the marine wealth, champion of people, champion of grassroots, champion of the south, champion of protect we coastline from erosion. I seen you do one thing in Monkey River, no?
Yes, man. I applaud any movement when it comes to we got to try thing, man. I happy for that. I glad that then I do think.
Blessed for that. Ewart, give thanks that you come all the way, divert from your income earning on water, entrepreneurship. If you come and sit down and inform and enlighten the people who listen and watch the show, including the hosts. We are take a break. We are come back and wrap up. Yeah, tomorrow morning, if we got life and the weather permit, we are finish off Reef Week 2026 with the usual fire. Yeah.
Blessed, man. Love it, man.
Before you go back on your boat, brother, I need to get some 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We are wrapping up for today. We went over time. We had Brother E-Word come all the way from Placencia in a boat with his guests. So we had to just represent that. We thank all our sponsors, all our collaborators. Will Mejia Kopale Distillery for accommodating and facilitating to the Gabat Marina for providing us with the transportation back and forth. To the team behind the scene, always give thanks, Natalie, Mike, for getting all our partners to come on board to support Reef Week coverage down here from Nicholas Key and the Zapadillas. Tomorrow morning will be your final morning of broadcast, so make sure to tune in. 6:30, WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, both on Creme Radio and on XTV. We are going to, again, Larry G at Creme Radio, at XTV, of course, Harlan. Pat Cliff is here. We want to say happy birthday to Christy. Christy is celebrating her birthday today. Christy Flowers, hope you have a happy birthday. All the best. Wish you me there, though. Then you could have me, yeah, Gawali Shing Ding. But until we link up again tomorrow morning, stand strong, stand firm. For now, we're gone.